Good morning, everyone. This is the complete walkthrough for the TPC Sawgrass 9-hole cup played in the Master Division qualifying round. Before continuing with the video, make sure you have hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload hole by hole content during the final round on Saturday. The walkthrough is based on free to play balls, that is, you can use Centurions, Kingslayers, and Luminaries. On one hole, I did use a backspin boost ball, but you do not have to make use of it mandatorily. If you feel my approaches are not good, then you do not have to follow anything I say and you may consider checking out somebody else. I have tweaks for you on holes 1 and 2 and some drops on 4, 7, 8, and 9. With these tweaks and drops, you can be looking at a score of minus 15 or lower in the qualifying round. Now let's jump on to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we are going to start off with our quarterback and luminary ball at complete P5 max, keeping half of the blue ring inside the rough on left. Inside the rough on right, near the bunker. And then we are going to switch to our Apocalypse and Thorn bag. We are going to apply 2 right spin and 7.5 top spin. Adjustment will be max plus 0% P5. We make our adjustment. Max plus 0 P5. And then check the amount of curl using the grid. We will apply that much amount of right curl with max OP on a slow needle, trying to hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yard at somewhere around 420 to 425 yards. See that end roll after the fourth or third bounce will give us a roll of about 420 to 425, 421 in this case. Shot number 2 will be played with your Thorn, counting rings from min. We will be using max backspin and about 0.5 to 1 bar of right side spin. I pushed up about 18 rings here, so I used 18% slider and 10% elevation P4 settings. Now the tweak I wanted to make is have the ball guideline outside of the left edge of the cup. I keep inside the left edge of the cup, so that's the only tweak you need to make. Again, 10% P4 settings at slider. In my case, it was 18 rings. I did use one click of left curl here. Now, even with a perfect, we will barely miss this one on the right side. So offset your ball guideline on the left, outside the left edge of the cup, and you will seeing this one drop for an eagle on hole 1, par 4. Hole 2, par 3. Here I'm going to play with my sniper and a Kingslayer ball, keeping the blue ring touching the rough at bottom with the ball guideline on the second light green column from the left, just like that. Then we apply 3 right spin and 2 back spin, and notice where my ball guideline ends up. It is in between the dark green column on the left of the pin, the second dark green column. Adjustment here will be max plus 20% P1, and it is better to push your rings instead of pulling. And by default, here I apply before circle break left curl. So the tweak here I needed in this one angle would be to have circle break and not before circle break. See, the circle breaks and then I bring it back. Had I kept it circle break left curl, this would have dropped for a hole in one. And on this video, we are very close. Just like that. So make that tweak and possible chance for a hole in one. Again, max plus 20% P1. Hole 3, par 5. Now here we do have a somewhat sended tailwind, and I did try sending it using power slices, but you need extreme king wind, that is 18.7 plus, and a tailwind angle in order to successfully clear the water and the rough region. So skipping that route, here playing the layup option, 7 top spin and 2 right spin. Red ring touching the rough on left at complete P3 max using Apocalypse level 7. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 0 P3. Center the ball and hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yard at somewhere around 400 to 405 yards. 405 here. Now I did try the rough bump on the second shot, but rough is not flat, it is bulgy. So doing the bounce over approach instead. Here I'm going to use some backspin and left spin and have the ball guideline offset 2 green squares on the left of the pin. So it's about 2 left spin and 5 backspin. See, just like that, offset 2 green squares to the left of the pin. Adjustment will be 0% P2 settings at landing position plus yardage slider. So for +7, I played this one 90% slider and elevation, as I mentioned, 0% P2 settings. Now here we will come in a little hot. So this tells that we need at least 5.2 to 5.5 backspin. See, bouncing off the cup. So play around with the backspin and possible chance for an albatross on hole 3 par 5. Hole 4 par 4. This one we are going to play with our Apocalypse and Thorn, but we are going to start off with our quarterback at complete P3 max, keeping half of the blue ring inside the rough on right. See, just there. And then we switched over Apocalypse bag. So before switching to APOC, you can apply max top spin on quarterback, 5 top and 3.5 right spin, and directly switch to APOC in order to save time. That's why you see me switching the driver multiple times. So 5 top spin, 3.5 right spin. Then switch to your Apocalypse, adjust max plus 10% P2. Then we'll be applying 1 ball right curl with max OP on a slow needle, trying to hit perfect. Here on the video, I have a great right shot to show you that it's a great right proof. Great left might roll up the hill on the left side and then come down. So, but it is not tested. Your best bet would be to try and hit perfect. Looking for a drive edge around 358 to 363 yards. 361. For the approach shot, we are going to first perform a rough check right above the pin. +3. So +2 and +3 will be our base at 40% slider, and then anything else we'll be adding or subtracting decimal places. Keeping the blue ring touching the rough at bottom, we apply whatever left spin and back spin is needed to have the ball guideline going through the hole. At least 1 green square, just like that. Now +3 will be 40% slider, and I play this one 20% P3 settings. Center and hit perfect. Perfect ball. You will see this one hitting the pin dead center for an eagle. Hole 5 par 5. Here, unfortunately, I hit live button on the second play itself, so I couldn't get much time to, practice this one. Start off with a Kingmaker ball. You see at +16, we will have red ring touching the rough on right. Then you switch to your luminary ball, apply 2 left spin and full toss spin. Adjustment will be max plus 0% P3. Then without any pusher, we'll apply max OP, max left curl, trying to hit perfect. Again, start with the Kingmaker and then switch to a luminary. Max OP on a slow needle, trying to hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yard that's somewhere around 430 plus yards. Once again, this is the approach is not completely dialed in, as I accidentally hit live play on the second attempt itself. Now this is the shot I was trying to dial in before I accidentally hit the live play. Playing the Thorn backspin shot, having the ball guideline going through the hole, and from memory I did also perform a pin check. Elevation, I think it was 55% P3 settings, but I think it was a little too much. Maybe try 45%, as here with the curl we will be hitting the pin on the second bounce. So either reduce the curl or change the elevation. I recommend playing along with the curl instead. See, we do hit the pin right before second bounce. Again, something for you to work with, and apologies for accidentally hitting the live play. Hole 6, part 3. Now, this is one of the backspin boost shots that I talked about in the intro. At complete P2 min line, full backspin with backspin boost and half a bar of left spin. Just a reminder, I do not dial in the part 3s, and so was the case on this video as well. If you want to really dial this one in, you can offset it a little more left than what I have on the video. Adjustment will be minimum distance plus 10% P3 settings. The reason why I say to offset a little more because I will miss this 1.5 green squares to the right of the pin. So if you offset a little more, then you might have a good chance for a drop here. Again, these are not dialed in, just for your reference if you'd like to work with something. So that's hole 6, part 3, min plus 10% P3 settings. Hole 7, part 4. Here we are going to play a very simple P5 NMT approach, and what I recommend is to play around with the topspin with different top spins ranging from 4.5 to 6.5. I have had different rolls. Sometimes I've rolled into the rough on top, sometimes I've got dead bounces. So I would recommend sticking with low topspin instead of more, because you will still have a chance with a wedge. So from P5 NMT position, we adjust max plus 10% P5. Here on the video, I use about 6 topspin and 2 left spin, and max epoch 5 left curl on max OP on a slow needle, trying to hit perfect. So I did catch the glitch roll, but I was safe here. So play around with the topspin, stick with around 3.5 to 4, and you will still have a wedge for a very safe eagle on hole 7. Hole 8. A very tough one to drive, but we are going to play this one smart. At complete P5 max, keeping the red ring touching the rough on right, we apply 2 left spin and 4 back spin. Adjustment will be max plus 0% P3. Then we apply 80% left curl without any overpower, just trying to hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yard at somewhere around 322 to 327 yards. .327. Shot number 2 will be played with your big dog or cataclysm, in my case cat level 6. 2 right spin and 1.2 back spin. A portion of the red ring inside the rough at complete P5 max plus 23 yard mark. See, just right there. Adjustment max plus 0% P3 once again. Now here first I'll be applying half a ball of right curl, and then I'll be applying additional 4 clicks of right curl. I was trying this to come in more towards the pin for the albatross, but unfortunately I do hit a great left. But maybe it's my luck. Even with a great left, I will be dropping this one for the alba. I was trying to go for the safe eagle, but maybe the albatross was destined here. So that's the play on hole 8, par 5. Final hole, hole 9, par 5. Here I'm going to play with my Guardian level 9 along with a Centurion ball. At complete P3 min, I will have the red ring touching the bunker on the bottom at the second bounce about 3 green squares above the pin with spins applied, which is max backspin and half a bar of left spin. Adjustment will be max plus 30% P3. On 9.7, I pulled 12.2 rings. Alright, perfect. And this will come in nicely dead center at the pin for a hole in one. So make your own tweaks, and I believe a score of minus 15 or lower should be good for the qualifying round.